Thank you for joining me on the journey. This is Completed Christianity. So welcome back. Next episode of Being Complete and the first installment of the Misunderstood Verses. It's third day of the week, third day to Shabbat. And so today we are going to take a look at Galatians 4:10. You closely observe days and months and seasons and years. I fear for you, lest by any means I have labored for you in vain. So, you have closely observed days and months and seasons and years. So, this is traditionally taught under the filter of the law-abolishing ideology. And even in centuries past, they fell for this. Because the filter was that good. The deception of the enemy was that good to keep people from returning to the ways of the Father, to returning to the ways of Deuteronomy 13. These things, this deception was not even caught by the Protestant reformers by and large. Some did. It wasn't overall accepted. But this right here, it's usually taught that the Galatians, they're turning back to keeping the law, to keeping the Sabbath and Passover and these other feast days, and that they just fell right back into this. And people in the modern day Christianity think, oh, how could they have made that mistake? That was just obvious. Well, they didn't make that mistake. And that's not what was going on. So we're going to prove that today. And we prove that right here in the text. We don't need anything else. We don't need anything else at all to prove this right here in the text. So, but then, indeed, not knowing the mighty one, you serve those which by nature are not mighty ones. So, not mighty ones, they were serving pagan idols. They were in a pagan land. They were taught pagan ways, and they were taught pagan days. And that's what's going on here. These days and months and seasons and years, well, just like the Father has his appointed times, these other idols have their appointed times as well. So previously, they didn't keep the law. They didn't keep the Shabbat and the feast days. Continuing on, but now, after you have known the Mighty One, or rather known by the Mighty One, how do you turn again to the weak and poor elementary matters? So it was again. They're turning again. They're not turning again to the law. They're not turning again to the Shabbat, because they never did that in the first place. They're not turning back to those things because they're pagans. They're pagans. They're not turning back to that. They're turning again back to those who are not mighty ones. So it's again that they're turning back to the ones who are not mighty ones. Okay, and those ones that are not mighty ones, they are the weak and poor elementary matters. And we discussed that in the series that I did on the mark of the beast. If you haven't seen that, go back and watch that series so that you understand what this means. These elementary matters are the ones that they served before. They're other mighty ones. They're idols, these elementary matters. And so, how do you turn again to the weak and poor elementary matters to which you wish to be enslaved again? So, enslaved again. They were enslaved before to these pagan idols, these elementary matters. The Greek word there for that is stoichion. And so, right there, in that, they served these ones who were not mighty ones. They didn't previously serve the mighty one. So the days and months and seasons and years were the days and months and seasons and years of their idols. Psalm 89:34, my covenant I will not break nor alter the word that has gone out of my lips. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up. Comments of opposition are welcome. Just don't say anything dumb like we're not under the law or under grace, because you've been taught to use that verse outside of the bounds of its intended context. Subscribe. Subscribe now. Smash that subscribe button and ring that bell so that you get notifications of all future videos.